in a couple of weeks. I think it's time for a shave. Get this dirty face fixed up. So today we're going to spend the morning in Cooktown, and then we're going to drive off to Bloomfield, my bad, a place called Wudgel. And have a look around there. It's really nice up here. This place is teeming with history. So we're going to definitely take as much of a chance as we can to soak it all in, explore, hit up some waterfalls. Different kind of trying to shave using a window as a mirror. Can't see it. What do you think? Better? So this Canon was sent here by the government after the local council asked for some munitions to be sent up because they were worried they were going to get invaded by the Russians, of all people. And they sent a note down to the government in Brisbane saying, please help, we need some weapons and some officers who are trained to use them. And the local government the government of Brisbane responded by saying, yeah, sure, no problems. And they sent 1 cannon, 2 muskets and 3 cannonballs to defend them against the Russians. Well, maybe the government down in Brisbane knew something the people up here didn't. Right here is where Captain Cook first landed in Australia, marking the first time the Europeans had set foot in this continent. And they've commemorated it with this statue of James himself. We just spent the morning going through the Historical Society and the James Cook Museum itself, and it's just been fascinating learning all about the culture and history of this town. And there's certainly a lot of it. And you can see that this town is very proud of their culture, but at the same time it's rather bittersweet. They, for example, in the First World War, they lost 41 people out of a town of about 1,000 to 1,500. That's quite a lot. And they've carried on that rich sort of pride in their military history, and they've got a beautiful RSL and a really nice Anzac Memorial Park. But it's also bittersweet from the colonial side as well. You can tell going through the museums, the indigenous people feel that although Cook's initial interaction with them was quite amicable, and they exchanged pleasantries and sat down together and were generally quite friendly, a lot of the indigenous believe that this was the start of quite a dark part of their history. So all in all, very interesting morning, and not quite a sombering one, but at the same time it's not entirely all a completely cheerful place, but at the same time extremely fascinating and extremely beautiful. Quite like her. Fascinating and beautiful. So this is the main road to Home Rule Falls. Nice. Well signed. Good lighting. Smooth roads. What do you reckon? Good road?
Adventure.
Oh!
Follow the grass until we see a sign for Home Rule Falls. I don't know. He's crossing the road, but he didn't really look properly.
Hello!
Hello.
How you doing?
Hey,
you good
doggo.
boy? He's always okay. He doesn't care. Yeah, I can hear the falls already. That was worth the walk.
Yeah.
There's about 5 cockatoos in that mango tree, just launching bombs down. We've spotted an animal you don't normally see in Queensland, or at least this part of Queensland. How are you doing today, buddy? Oh, you want mango, do you? You want a mango? Oh. As usual, Thea wants to hit the bar way too early. It's not even open yet and she wants to get on it. You keen for a bit of breakfast? That's something else for once. This is the difference between cream on a Thea scone and the cream on a Luke scone. Today the plan is we're just going to go back inland and drive back down to Port Douglas. We would have liked to go up to Laura, where there's some old cave paintings from how long ago? 50,000 years ago. So.
Spectacular in Australia.
No, she said the most spectacular in Australia. But it is another 2 hours out of our way just to get there and back. Plus, I don't know how much time there, so looks like today's just going to be a road day. But she has a scone. We are back in Port Douglas for the night. We've got a really early start tomorrow morning. We've got to get down to Mission Beach because we're going to try and get out onto the reef. But tonight we're going to have dinner with our friend Lucy, and right now we're off to get supplies.
Lowest pig. Better than no salary.